My good people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We have come back again to tell you that in Haine, maybe here more. Honestly speaking, Simon Ekpa has brought another dimension to this struggle. To the extent that the governors are now discussing about Biafra by fire, by thunder. Because they have seen Biafra, they have seen it come. Their government has been delegitimized. They are no longer being honored. They are no longer being feared. They are no longer being regarded. My dear people, please, I just want to pause and plead with you for one thing. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Before we continue, watch this video and I'll be right back with my own comments. Thank you.
I said in many fora that 50 something years ago, Odumegwu Ojukwu wanted Biafra through confrontation to federal government. And he was not able to achieve it with the amount of money available to him, arising from the federal's wealth and other well-meaning Igbo people. 50 something years after, how do you think that that thing that didn't work will now work in a digital age? So it doesn't make sense to any reasonable mind and should not be supported by any reasonable mind. On this, because if by any chance you have another state of Biafra, it will be the 16th state of ECOWAS. And that means you have free movement of goods and persons. But the fundamental question, the fundamental issue is that this debate is not happening. This whole thing is being driven almost in a haphazard manner. Last week, they called for, was that last week? Yeah, last week. They called for a sit at home. And even without anybody getting out to more enforce and so on, I learned virtually Anambra and many other cities were completely shut down. It just tells you there is something going on. But again, where is the elite in this? What is missing is structured debate and apparent elite aloofness or complicity or hypocrisy. Elite in denial. For the politicians who think you can let's use them temporarily, let's use them. Just go on, while we can then use that to negotiate for something here. I can tell you, you will create a monster that will consume you. When that inferno comes, both us, everybody else, and the kind of thing that happened in Biafra where any dissent was considered a saboteur. Okay? You might get to a point where you will be telling them, just go on, while we can negotiate here, get something for ourselves in Abuja. I can tell you, these guys are no fools. At some point, they will look at you too and know that you're actually part of the problem. And so on and so forth. So, I say, let the debate must begin. The late Dr. Pius Okibo, in this book as well, presented what the memo by late Dr. Pius Okibo presented to the Biafran government on the economic viability of Biafra. Nobody is talking about what the currency will look like. How will you fare with international?
You see what we're saying? Yes, this is the dimension we are talking about. When every lips will mention Biafra, every tongue will say Biafra, even the international bodies, they will mention Biafra. Biafra is a state, is a nation now, okay? I love what I am saying. I know the spirit of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be gladdened. No matter the suffering what he's seen in that DSS custody, this is the only consolation that he will have, that among all the 70 million people, there is one person that decide to stand and say Biafra must come. And not just Simon Ekpa, all of us. We say lie. They cannot keep him there and have peace. They cannot keep him there and not conduct a referendum and still have peace. No, Otugeme. Otugeme. Now I heard that they are deploying 2,300 soldiers to Imo State to go and die because they are going there to die. Biafra land will swallow them. None will go back alive. They should venture there. They will see how they will die like fowl, one after the other. We have Biafra Liberation Army. We have resistance fighter. We have police. We have ESN. So everybody have gone there. Let them go and see the kind of Igwe they will see there. Because enough of this nonsense. Every time Hope Uzodinma will call them to come and kill the Imolites, Hope Uzodinma has deployed again. He has called again 2,300 soldiers. Fulani is supporting him. Britain is supporting him. If not, how would they give one governor 2,300 soldiers? How many governors do we have in Nigeria? Then if we have 36 governors or 37 governors, how many soldiers would they deploy to each? How many soldiers do they have in their Nigeria? I ask you. So for you to know, is a failed agenda. Hope Uzodinma, sorry, you have failed. Because how you think it will happen is not the way it will happen. Thank God, our people are not afraid of military. We are not afraid of police. We are not even afraid of you. So what are we going to be afraid of? Nothing. We are expecting Biafra. Biafra must be declared. Yes, if not, everything will happen in Imo State. Everything will happen on the head of these governors, because they are the ones that first ant infested firewood. They are the ones that call lizard. We are not lizards, but we are the youths of Southeast and the future leaders of Southeast, whether they like it or not. We have taken the bull by the horn, and they'll just keep watching. Let them watch from afar and see if Biafra will not come. Yes, it's only a fool that will not perceive that Biafra has come. When governors cannot make order that will stand, sit at home is still sacrosanct and is still happening. Even on top of it, we have added curfew. They must sit at home. We must tell them that their government has failed and our own government is standing. That's the only thing we want to achieve in all the states. After that, Biafra will still come. Because the longer they prolong it, the worse things become. The more problem they will fall into, the more fears, the more tension. Woto, Pro-Max, up and down. Woto, south, east, north. We'll be giving them Woto, up and down. So they have to release us to go. Free us and have peace. Conduct referendum and have peace. You still have option of peace. But if you told the path of war, we will not hesitate to give you war. Because nobody has monopoly of violence. So if you think it's by violence that you take it, well, you have to double your mind and you have to sit up, because that violence will give you 7 times of whatever violence you are bringing in Imo State. Hope Uzodinma, take note. Come with your army, you carry them in body bags. Bye-bye.